Okay, so you guys remember yesterday, we kind of already talked about this, but to find the lateral area of those prisms, we did perimeter of the base times the height, right? To do cylinders is kind of the same thing. Instead of perimeter though, we call it the circumference. So if you do the circumference of the base times the height, that gives you lateral area for prism. So I'm gonna write that down. Lateral area was, circumference is diameter times pi, you guys are calling it, times the height of the cylinder. Did I call it prism? Yeah. Anyway, cylinder. That gives us lateral area. If you want the total area, you have to do the lateral area plus the area of the two bases, which in this case are two circles. What? You guys remember how we found the area of circles?
Radius times
radius
squared times pi.
Right, both you're right. Radius squared times pi. So I could write it as d pi h for the lateral plus pi r squared for the base. But there's two circles, so I'd have to do 2 pi r squared. So anyway, that's kind of what we did yesterday. I don't know how to fix. Wait, what does this do? Okay, it'll be a while. Oh yeah. Okay, so what we're talking about today is pyramids. I'll draw a pretty one for you guys.
Wait, so what's the bottom one?
Really, Nick? You're the one that's...
I'm just saying. Okay, that's better.
Okay, so a pyramid has a height, right? How would you measure the height of a pyramid?
Just go straight down.
Yeah, you go straight down from its apex, vertex, whatever you call it, the high point, and it make a right angle with the ground. Okay, that's called the height of the pyramid, a little h there. But it also has something that they call the slant height, which is like the height of the sides of a pyramid are triangles. You guys see that? And the height of the triangle would be called the slant height. The letter that they use for slant height is an L. So I make mine cursive so it doesn't look like a 1. But anyway, they call that the slant height. And then of course, you know, it has the little bases down here just like yesterday, but the slant height is kind of the new thing. So for the lateral surface area, if it is a regular pyramid, this only works on regular pyramids, instead of perimeter times height like we did yesterday, because it's triangles, remember areas of triangles are
base times height
divided by 2. So instead of perimeter times height, it's basically 1/2 times perimeter times height. But instead of normal height, we're using the height of the triangle, which is the slant height. So it's 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. These formulas are in your book on somewhere, page 351, by the way. Okay, to find the total surface area, you would do basically the slant height plus the area of the base, whatever the base is. If the base was a regular polygon, you might have to use the 1/2 apothem perimeter formula. If your base is a square, you could just do this times this for the area of the base. Base times, base times height, little base times little height. Anyway, so it's very similar to yesterday. Instead of perimeter times height, we're doing perimeter times slant height divided by 2, basically. Also, we are doing cones, which by the book's definition, a pyramid is a type of a cone. But they both come up to a point. Okay, they both have a height. There's the height of the cone. They both have a slant height. There's the slant height. Instead of perimeter times slant height, you have to do circumference times slant height. So Oh gosh, I didn't have something up here. So for a cone, it'll be lateral area equals 1/2 times circumference times slant height. And for the total area, you would use the lateral area plus the area of the base, and the base is just a circle, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. So those are basically the formulas we're going to be using. So you guys got your worksheet ready to roll?
You make one brain hurt. Wait, not my brain, not one, my head.
Make sure your heads hurt. Okay, number 1. Okay, we are going to start with the lateral surface area. Yesterday we did perimeter times height. Today we're doing 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. It's a little bit different. So on number 1, what would the area of the base be? Chase, on number 1, what's the area of the base?
You get 3 times 3,
Yeah.
and then you gotta figure out what that is. Oh, it's 3 too. So it's 3 times 3 times. Or wait, no. Hold on now. Area of the base.
No, perimeter of the base.
Oh, perimeter of the base. So wouldn't it be 3 times 3 times 3 then?
No, it's just 3 plus 3 plus 3. So
Well,
it's just,
that's what I was trying to get at, and then you said, no, let's try now.
okay, the perimeter base, how far around is it? 3 3s, it's 9. So I'm going to do 1/2 times 9 times the slant height, which is 3.1. Okay, if you read the directions, it says round it to the nearest to the tenth place, that's the first decimal place. Somebody needs to plug that in the calculator though. What's an easier thing to plug in rather than 1/2?
Divide by 2.
You can plug in divide by 2 or 0.5 times 9 times 3.1. What'd you get, Joseph?
13.95.
Okay, if I rounded that to the 10th place, what would that be? Wait, 13 point, is that right?
Yeah,
Somebody
I
check.
got that.
Okay, if I rounded that to the 10th place, the 5 would round the 9 up, so it actually rounds to 14.014. So this does have measurements, so it's going to be 14 meters squared. That's the lateral area. And that's going to be one of our answers. The other answer is, what's the total area? Well, the total area, we're going to use the lateral area plus, what have we not found yet?
Height.
The area of the base.
Oh.
You guys know what I mean by lateral area? Is that not clear? The lateral area is all the sides that are not the base, so it's the up and down sides basically. So on a cylinder, it's this stuff in the middle. On the pyramid, it's the triangles going up. Those are the lateral sides. So 14 is the area of all 3 of those sides around the triangle. Rounded to 14 anyway. Okay, so what we're missing is the area of the bottom, the base. The base is a triangle. How do I find the area of a triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2. So what can I use for the base and the height of the triangle on the bottom?
Oh, there's like a line that cuts it in
Yeah, the line that goes up, like cuts across the triangle, 2.6, that can be used for the height of the triangle on the bottom. If we use 2.6 for the height, 3 can be used for the base of the bottom. So basically we've got a triangle on the bottom that has like a 3 and a 2.6. So if we do 3 times 2.6 times 1/2,
3.9.
that will give us the area of the base. We add 14 to that, that'll give us the total area. What does that come out to?
17.9.
Okay. You guys need to pay attention because I'm going to be asking everyone how to do these. We're going to be taking turns.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, any questions on 1? That's all we did right there, 1/2 perimeter slant height, and we did that plus the area of the base. Okay, number 3, alright, I need to point something out. Number 3 is not a regular pyramid. Like the four triangles around the side of the pyramid are different sizes. So we're not going to be able to use the formula 1/2 perimeter times slant height. Actually,
Did we just
yeah,
do
we
one
can still
and
use that.
or just one?
We did 1. There's 2 answers. There's the lateral surface area and the total surface area.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, actually we can still use the formula.
It's a rectangle.
No, we can't because it's got 2 different slant heights. So, okay. So what we're going to do, it's got 4 triangles on the sides. You guys see what I'm talking about? So we're going to find the area of those 4 triangles plus the area of the rectangular base. Add them all together and that'll be our final answer. So Jordan, on the triangle on the front of the pyramid, how could we find its area?
9.2 times 6.
Close. You're very close.
Um,
What's different about triangles?
half. It's half. It's
Right.
half times 9.2.
Okay. Exactly. 9.2 times 6 times a half, or divide by 2. Here's the thing though, the triangle on the front is the same as the triangle on the back. You guys see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if we did 9.2 times 6 times a half, and then times that by 2, the times half times 2 kind of cancels each other out. So if we do 9.2 times 6, that will give us the area of the front and back triangle. Plus, now we need the right and left triangle. So, Jordan, how would I find the area of that triangle on the left?
Half times 9.5 times 4.
Right. But since there's 2 of those triangles, I'm going to leave off the times a half and just do 9.5 times 4.
38.
Alright, so we need both of those together to get all 4 of those lateral surface area triangles.
93.2.
93.2? And this is feet squared.
So is this for lateral area?
That's lateral. Okay, the total, all we're missing is the area of the base, the bottom. The bottom is a rectangle. How do we find the area of the rectangle on the bottom?
Multiply.
4 times 6, right? Just basic 24. So I just need to take the answer to my last problem plus the area of the base, 24. That gives me the total. I believe that'd be 117.2.
Yeah.
That's the total area. Number 5 looks very similar. Just change the numbers a little bit. So, Austin, on number 5, let's start with the triangle on the front. How would I find the area of the triangle on the front?
Depends on what. Never mind. 12 times 1.3.
Times
11.3.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to divide by 2 normally, but because there's the triangle on the back is the same, we're going to drop off the divide by 2. So 12 times 11.3 will give us the front back triangle. Austin, how about the triangle on the right?
Triangle on the right is just 12.5 times 5.
Right. Alright, so that will give us all 4 of the lateral triangles, lateral surface area. If you have a decent calculator, you should be able to plug that all in at once. Joseph, I'm not sure yours, does your calculator do order of operations? Because your calculator, if it knows how to do order of operations, it'll do times first and then add last. I'm not sure if that kind is, okay, so if it doesn't, you have to do that. and then that, and then you have to add them at the end.
198.1
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, if two of you got it, then yes. Alright, centimeters squared, and then I'm gonna take that answer plus what's,
60.
yeah, the bottom is 12 times 5, 60. So that comes out as 258.1.
258, yeah.
Okay. Number 7. Lateral area for a cone. We haven't done one of these yet today. It's 1/2 times circumference times slant height. So on number 7, how would we find the circumference?
16, right?
It's 16, that's not all,
Times 5.
times pi. So we're gonna plug in 1/2 times 16 times, we are doing decimal today, so you do need to change pi to 3.14 times the slant height, which is 17.9. Times. Again, you can use 0.5 instead of 1/2, or you could just, you could do this in your head. 1/2 times 16 is 8, so you could do 8 times pi times 17.9. Tell me what you guys get when somebody plugs it in. I don't have the answer sheet in front of me, so I don't know.
I
So
got
hopefully,
449.64,
okay,
which we need to round.
yeah, if we round that to the tens place, what would we round to?
It's
6.
450. Wait, what?
Yeah, 6. The tens place is right after the decimal, so the 6 would not round up, basically. Okay, kilometers squared. So basically they're saying this is like the size of a city, like a cone that would cover a city. I don't know. Kilometers are large. Anyways, that's the lateral area, like the up and down sides. So we're gonna add the area of the base to that. How would we find the area of that circular base?
Radius squared times.
What's the radius on number 7?
8.
8. So 8 times 8 times pi.
60.
64 pi.
200.96.
Okay, yeah, but we have
So
to,
201.
well,
Or-
don't change it yet. We still have to add it back to the 449 though. For the total area.
650.56.
650 point, what does 56 round to?
6.
6. Okay. Number 9 is a regular pyramid. So I'm going to use that little formula we talked about at the beginning, 1/2 perimeter times slant height. So what is the perimeter on number 9 of the base? Chase, what's the perimeter on number 9 for the base?
1 yard plus 1 yard plus 1 yard plus 1 yard.
Yep.
Plus 4 yards.
Yep. Perimeter times what's the slant height?
2.1.
2.1. Okay, so that's, see how much easier that is? We don't have to add a bunch of stuff. Just multiply those together and that'll give us the lateral surface area. Let's see, that comes out as 4.2, I believe. So this will be 4.2 yards squared. Okay, and then we're going to find the total area, we're going to add the area of the base of the pyramid to that.
1
Plus
times.
1.
Huh?
Is it plus 1?
Yeah, 1 times 1, the base is a 1 by 1 square, 1 times 1 is 1. So yeah, we're just adding 1 to that.
So is it 5.2
So
yards?
it's 5.2.
That's
Well, I didn't get what's 18 minus 5, so don't expect much from me.
No go. Alright, number 11, 3 more, of the odds. Okay, is 11 a regular pyramid?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's a square, all the sides on the bottom are the same. So we're gonna do 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. What's the perimeter of the base on number 11?
111.
No.
Wait.
Perimeter,
Oh, I'm 44.
44. Times slant height, which is 10.5. Okay. Now I cannot do that in my head. Well, yeah, I can. 22, 220, 231.
How do you do that?
That's math tricks. Magical math powers. I did 1/2 of times 44 is 22. 22 times 10 is 220, plus 1/2 of 22 is 11. 220 plus 11. That's what I did. Alright. Plus the area of the base. What's the area of the base on number 11?
121.
121. 11 times 11. 121. Which would be 352. If we add those together. Okay, we're gonna finish off with a couple cones. So I'm gonna use the 1/2 circumference slant height thing. So on 13, how would I find, what would the circumference be for 13?
Just 9 times.
Nope. Circumference is
Yeah.
diameter times pi. What would the diameter on 13 have to be? 6. So circumference is 6 pi. The slant height, I guess I'm down here, is 10.4. Okay, now I know I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that in my head. Got a pi in there.
$97.968.
Okay, what's that round to?
98.
Round to 98. Alright, that is miles. Yeah, yep, miles squared. I don't know if I remembered to label the last problem. Okay, we're gonna take that plus the area of the base. If the radius is 3 on 13, what's the area of the base gonna be?
9.
9 pi. 3 times 3 times pi. So you do 9 times 3.14 plus 98.
So 126.26.
Point
3.
3. Okay, Jordan, on number 15, doing lateral surface area for a cone, so we need the circumference.
So 6.7.
Not quite. Nope, getting colder.
3.
Okay, it's circumference is diameter times pi, so it's 6 pi. And then
Close.
that's what I said. And then the slant height.
6.7.
And we plug all that stuff in. That's our first answer.
63.12.
Which rounds
Oh,
to
wait, no.
1
63.114.
feet squared. Round to the 10th place would be 63.1. Is that right? 6 times. No, yeah, okay, sounds about right. Alright. Take that plus the area of the circular base.
Is it just 3 times pi?
No. Jordan, how about the area of the circle on 15?
6.
No.
3.
6
No.
times pi.
No. Joseph, what do you think? area of the circle on 15.
Wait, radius times diameter.
No.
What, so it's 9
9
pi.
pi.
Hey, the final answer.
Radius times radius.
91.36.
91.36 rounds to,
91.4.
Wait, where did we pull 9 from?
okay, it's area of a circle, radius times pi. What's the radius on 15?
6,
No,
Oh,
3.
3. So you have to do 3 times 3 times pi. Alright, try those evens.
But we don't have that much time left. Why should
You
we
got
just
plenty of time
start
left.